Good morning, everybody. So I am trying out a new recipe today. I want to see if I can get better cells. So what we're going to do is we're going to do two with two different pillows. So this is the Color Place pillow, and you want to get it almost to the edges of your object. In this case, it's a tile. We are going to start with, let me get the colors. I just mixed some new colors with this new recipe, and I will tell you what the recipe is if it works. So this is Amsterdam Permanent Blue Violet, and we're going to put a good amount. When you're a beginner, the more paint you have, the better. And you never want to run out in the middle. You don't want to find out that excuse me, that you didn't have enough. So we're really going to layer this down. The next one is Primary Elements French Kiss. It is a pigment. We are going for a purple blue look today. So I need to thin this just a little bit. And when you're thinning and you put in your Minwax water, which is 3 parts Minwax Polycrylic to 1 part of water, you want to be sure to stir it enough so that all of that gets incorporated, because it does not get incorporated right away. Okay. Then I have Liquitex Turquoise Blue. How pretty is this going to be? It's going to be a pretty color combination. And then I'm using this little Piggy Sterling. Where are all my little sticks? They've all scooted to the side of the of my container of sticks. I'm stirring it well. Put that down in the middle. It's a pretty silvery sterling. I think that'll be pretty on those darker colors. And then the last one is this little Piggy Velvet, which is a, it's kind of like a indigo interference. It gives it like a little bit of indigo shimmer on the top. Just a little bit thick. Now, of course, the new recipe is only in 2 of the colors, so this is not going to be a good indication, but that's why the new recipe that I have created for those 2 is thinner than what I usually use, so I'm just thinning these a little bit that are the old recipe. Probably not a very scientific way of doing it. Alright, we're going to get this back to the center. We're going to take, what do I want to use? White? We're going to use black cell activator. I got a gunk in here. Got to get rid of it on the tip of the bottle. We're going to put down a goodly sum of cell activator. And I'm going to try to blow from the lungs. I'm going to move this closer to me. Oh my gosh. I have found the key. So this blew out really nicely. I didn't have to struggle with it. I didn't have to blow really hard. The paint moved very nicely. Very nicely. Oh, look at that one right there. It's got a whole bunch of colors in it. I have had problems blowing from the lungs in that the cell activator would get stuck. I'm going to get some out here. Now, I probably did use a bit too much paint, but I was experimenting with that too. So we are going to spin slowly. When you spin slowly, your paint goes out and down over the edges. If you spin real fast at first, you don't. It just shoots right out and your edges won't be covered, although these aren't very deep edges. But this was definitely a better blow for me. It actually looked like what the professionals do. Now, granted, I got into the pillow a little bit here, but isn't this pretty? It's like a nebula kind of look, like sky in there. I love it. So I'm going to tell you what I did. Usually I use 1 tablespoon of, let me get it. Hold on a second. Okay, I usually use Glidden Base 3, which is GLN6413. This is my untinted base, untinted. And I usually mix that 1 tablespoon of that to 1 tablespoon of Varathane Triple Thick Polyurethane. This is really thick, okay? And I just felt my colors were too thick to move easily. This is Minwax Polycrylic. So what I did, instead of using the Triple Thick Varathane, I used the Minwax Polycrylic. So I did 1 tablespoon of this, 1 tablespoon of this, and a glob of paint, and it worked really well. So I'm going to, as I finish up my paints and mix new ones, I think I'm going to go to that new recipe. Everybody says they use that and it works well, and I had not tried it because I thought I was having the ultimate of success with what I was using, but I thought I'm gonna try something different and just see how it works, and boy do I like this. I'm finally able to blow what the way that I want to, that works well, that I wasn't able to do before. So let's get this off of here, and now we're going to do another experiment. Just one quick one. We're going to try it. This was on the Color Place pillow. We're going to try it. Wow, is that beautiful? Take a look at that. Just the glitter and shine and pretty cells. Okay, so I'm going to set this out of the way over here. And then we are going to do one tile. Same colors, but with the Glidden Base, which is thicker, is much thicker than the Color Place. If I can get the container open. There we go. Okay. And you'll see as I pour it on, much, much thicker. Okay, and then I am not even here. Okay, same thing. Should we mix up the we'll do it in the same exact order. So what I've noticed is I haven't been using enough color. So I'm going to be more generous in my colors now. From now on, because that's half my problem. I know in some of the teaching groups that I'm in, when people have issues, the experts are telling them, thicken up your colors. Well, I am finding that I need to thin down my colors. They're not moving well for me. I did a beautiful bloom vine yesterday, and it just got stuck midway, so it didn't end up looking like what I wanted it to look like. It still turned out pretty, but it wasn't what I was going for exactly, and I was very disappointed. So much of this, until you find what works for you, so much of this is just experimentation. But this works for me, so. Okay, we're going to put our cell activator. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's get the turkey baster. I might have used a little bit too much cell activator. Okay. So it might just be a little bit too thin. So maybe I'll tweak that recipe and go a little bit more. A little bit more of the Glidden in the pouring medium and a little bit less of the Minwax, because the Minwax is very thin. It's almost like water. So definitely thins it down quite a bit. I'm just scraping this off into a cup. I will be keeping this to use for a pillow in the future. And it's nice because it doesn't get all over you if you scrape it off. We're letting those cells do their thing. And now we're going to spin. Oh yeah, look at it. It's spreading out much easier. I do like the Color Place base better than this Glidden GLE3000. It seems like the, oh, look at that. It seems like the Color Place always moves easier for me, and yet it holds up the cells. Pretty. So pretty. So I'd say this experiment was a success. I am changing up my recipe over the next week or so, and I'm going to make sure it works. And if it continues to, because we used a metallic here, we used pigments, we used paints, and it worked well with all of them. So you will notice at the beginning of my videos, you'll see my welcome screen, and then you'll see a picture of the painting that we just did, and then you will see a recipe card. You can pause the video at that point and take a screenshot of it. That is what I am using what I was using before. So if this continues to work well, I'll probably change that up and add this recipe so you can know about it. But I'll tell you once again, what I did today was I put 1 tablespoon of this in my cup. I put the paint in, stirred it around, and then I added 1 tablespoon of this Glidden Base 3 GLN6413N, and this was the Minwax Polycrylic. And I really like this better. It turned out much, much better. And I will show you. This is the Minwax Polycrylic, water-based. It's got to be water-based. Clear semi-gloss. That's the Minwax. 1 tablespoon of that. I will show you the Glidden GLN6413. It says it up on the top here. So that is the Glidden. 1 tablespoon of that. And that's for my colors. My base is Color Place Antique White, my pillow. And the cell activator is 3 parts Australian Floetrol. I will show you that. 3 parts Australian Floetrol. You can get it, you can look in my description box of the video, see where you can get it. So it's 3 parts of this. So I do 1 tablespoon of this, and I do 1 teaspoon of Amsterdam Oxide Black or Amsterdam Titanium White paint. And yeah, this is pretty. So that's our experiment for today. I hope you found it useful. Try some different things. There's people all over that are using all different kinds of recipes, and I really like this, but I liked it on the color place better. Let me show you that one again. Here's the color place tile, and this is the Glidden GLE3000 base tile. So this one probably got me more cells, so I'll continue to experiment with that, and I think this was just an odd blow, but they're both equally pretty. So that is that. Thank you. Please subscribe to my channel. Please give me a thumbs up on the video, and we'll see you next time. Okay, thanks.